Thank you, Terry. ESRA Life President Mel Goodman, former ESRA chairpersons, volunteers, members and friends. Good morning and welcome to ESRA's 40th anniversary event. What a turnout. Boy, full. I hope there's room for all the people still coming in. I see we've still got people coming in, so perhaps I'll speak slowly. All right. Thank you all for coming and joining in today's celebrations. And we really do have a lot to celebrate. From little acorns, big oak trees grow. And in a nutshell, that's the story of ESRA. We sprouted from a few friends in the living room of a founder and life president, Mel Goodman, who's down here today. And have grown to an organisation with thousands of members, 23 branches, more than 40 projects, and a magnificent magazine, which is edited, of course, by Mel. Mel is the epitome of the doer in the Chinese proverb. Those who say it cannot be done should not interrupt the person doing it. She has been doing it for ESRA for 4 decades and going strong. As have one or two of our or several of our other founding members. Adele Rubin, I don't know if she's arrived today, but she certainly was with Mel from the beginning and is now very active in Sderot. Mel and the rest of us are not stopping there. We continue to grow with projects that make a real difference and increasingly impact our society. I will not attempt to describe our projects because, as there are so many doing such amazing things, it would take me all day. I hope that you will take the time to browse the wonderful posters that have been printed for the event and read about what ESRA is achieving, and of course in our website as well. But some deserve special mention. ETP, our English tutoring program, is currently our largest volunteering project and expanding, with about 350 volunteers working in schools as tutors all over the country. This ESRA project has recently been cited by the Ministry of Education as a recognised promoter of English learning. Students Build a Community is among the projects we are working hard to replicate in many locations. Currently in 4 neighbourhoods of Netanya, a new Students Build a Community project is due to open this September in Akko, up north, for those who don't know. ESRA's skateboarding project has been very successful and is expanding to more locations. And we're actively encouraging our branches to start their own projects with the support of ESRA National. ESRA's wide-ranging activities have not gone unnoticed, even by the President of Israel, Reuven Rivlin. I would like to read a letter we have been honoured to receive from President Rivlin. To participants in the event marking 40 years of creating a better tomorrow for our children. To my esteemed friends, the ESRA team and dear volunteers, I'm delighted to commend you on 40 years of activity and wide-ranging volunteering with dedication and determination for the better of Israeli society. During your years of activity, you have helped English-speaking new immigrants to integrate into Israeli society and to cope with the difficulties of adapting faced by those arriving in Israel and encountering a new culture, a new language, and different norms of behaviour. You represent the anchor, the safe place that helps one acclimatise and integrate into an unfamiliar environment. Over the years, your activities expanded to include a range of projects addressing education, welfare and social needs, aimed at promoting the weaker sectors of our society. Israel's society has always been and will always be blessed with a rich ethnic, cultural and religious diversity. Our differences also present us with challenges, but they also represent an opportunity to learn from one another and to help one another. Each and every one of you through your sense of mission and personal responsibility, help to bridge society's cultural and social gaps with the aim of creating a society of unity and equality. You are the proof that Israeli society is filled with the spirit of giving, compassion and concern for others. I thank every one of you for your commitment and your mission that accompanies you in all that you do. I wish you many more years of successful activities with best wishes, Reuven Ruby Rivlin. True to our Jewish heritage of Tikkun Olam, repair the world, Ezra proves what amazing things can be done when people pull together for the good of others. And as they say, the good you do comes back to you. Because ultimately, when you give, as our volunteers will attest, you get back a great deal in return. Volunteers. Probably one of the most used words in Ezra. There's an African proverb that says, if you think you're too small to make a difference, you haven't spent a night with a mosquito. Ezra volunteers come in all shapes and sizes, and they all make a difference, all 800 and more of them. Terry and I are often heard to utter the well-used sentence, we need a volunteer to fill in the blank. Yes, we're always in need of more volunteers to fill all kinds of jobs. We're a very large and very active organisation, and bear in mind that apart from our small and excellent administrative staff, we are all of us volunteers. #MeToo. Like any non-profit organisation, ESRA is always seeking ways of eliciting funding to support our activities and projects. In addition to the annual fundraising campaign and gala concert, last year we held a successful debut event in the UK, which will be followed by a second one this September. We've also been the grateful recipients of bequests from departed friends. ESRA is both a national and an apolitical organisation, and I'd like to briefly address each of these challenges. First, the challenge of being apolitical. Especially in this country, where just about everything is political. Despite ESRA's best efforts, we have on occasion received complaints that an event was too left or too right. In my opinion, the real problem is that too many people in the world have closed their ears to others, be it on political or religious issues. Some of the most important speakers I've heard have been those who held views opposite to mine, and I learnt from them. I believe there is one thing we can all agree on, and that is our love for our country and our people. Just over a week ago, we lived through another traumatic episode in our country's history, when the South was bombarded by nearly 700 rockets, destroying both property and lives. Let us focus on what is most important and on what we share in common. As a national organisation, ESRA seeks to include everyone in all of our branches in its major activities and events regardless of location, which is admittedly sometimes a challenge. We're constantly examining ways of overcoming distance, such as in the recent English tutoring training session using a video conferencing tool. Yes, ESRA is embracing the 21st century and its technology. And this is a good time to acknowledge the tremendous work of Bernice Mayers, our ETP National Coordinator, and Lola Katz, our ETP Professional Consultant, who was our pathfinder with this video conference training. And they really are doing a fantastic job with ETP, the English Tutoring Programme. I always get tutors speaking to me and saying how much they enjoy their work. This event, and much of what ESRA does, is ably supported by our small administrative staff, led by our own powerhouse CEO, Sunny Marshansky, who I don't see, but I'm sure she's here somewhere. She goes above and beyond what could be expected, and as do the rest of the staff. Allow me to take this opportunity to also thank the 40th Celebration Event Committee, headed by Maddie Levine, for their tireless work. in preparing for today, and in particular, Natalie Cole, who is an excellent professional event organiser and gave her time and advice pro bono to ESRA. At the AGM on the 18th of June, which I hope that many of you will attend, I'll be stepping down after 4 years as ESRA chairman. I follow in the outstanding path of Brenda Catton and will no doubt be followed by another worthy chair. It has been an honour and a pleasure, and I'll continue to be a proud ESRA volunteer, as have so many past chairs. I cannot thank here every one of the many individuals who has worked with me during my 4 years as ESRA chairman, and apologies to anyone who is missed. I do, however, want to express my appreciation to the ESRA executive, and especially Terry Morris and Glenys Birtfield, my vice chairs, and to Roger Lavender, our finance chairman, who keeps us on the straight and narrow. Two long-standing stars and previous chairs of ESRA are Nina Tsuk, Chair of Projects, and Adele Hunter, Chair of Welfare, who both ensure that ESRA continues to assist those in need and to improve Israel's future. I have to thank just one other person who I definitely can't miss, and that's Mimi, my wife. Because without her support and for bearing my lengthy hours at the computer, none of what I've been doing would have been possible for me. She also has become ESRA's English copywriter, which also keeps her busy. So, where do we go from here? What is ESRA's vision for the future? More students build community projects, transforming more disadvantaged neighbourhoods, more volunteers involved in projects, more branch projects, an expanding English tutoring programme, more overseas friends, and of course more activities in all of our branches. And we're always open to creative new ideas. Don't be bashful. Let us know what you think, what you want to do. Anyway, there'll be a new chairman in June, so he can deal with the problems. So, today, as we look back over 4 decades of considerable achievement, we also look ahead. And spurred by our successes, we continue to move forward with our shared mission, creating a better tomorrow. Thank you.